300. What's the deal? This your folks, Shaka the Urban Philosopher. Wanted to share my thoughts with y'all real quick. So, y'all, we back with the weekend review, y'all. We back. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back. This is episode 5. And, y'all, we gonna go ahead and talk about some things. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into a little something. But go ahead right now. If you pulled up, hit that sub button and that bell. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and get into the shout outs, you know. And so, shout out to everybody who's pulling up to the channel. I hope that all of y'all, if you did celebrate and things like that, I hope that you know you enjoyed yourself and you made it home safe. You know what I'm saying? I imagine if you listening to this, you did make it home safe. Also, I want to let y'all know timestamps is below. So, you know, if you ain't got the time right now, you need to hear a couple of things, you know, be sure to come back, you know, and hit a few more of those timestamps. You did. You know, they down there for you. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody who's pulling up, liking the content. You know what I'm saying? The folks that get in the comment section. You know, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that last week, the weekend recap got 10 likes. You dig? That's what's up for this little video channel, y'all. You know, let your folks know what y'all think. You know, y'all want this content like this? Go ahead and like the information and let me know where y'all coming from. You dig? But yeah, you know, last video, pretty good. I'm grateful, you know, for the 10 likes. But let's go ahead and keep running it up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So shout out to the folks. You know what I'm saying? It's 300 over here. Next thing, y'all. Let's go ahead and shout out the page of the week. Page of the week is Kwame Eats. Y'all might see her in the comment section on some of my videos. She pulls up every now and then to support the channel. But you know, I met her kind of like last year on Facebook, and I'd encouraged her to make a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that we need to have a diverse type of information. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, when she was on Facebook, a lot of so-called people in that community was kind of being discouraging. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we need diverse types of things. So, you know, it was something that she was already doing. She got on YouTube. She didn't really know how to work YouTube. But what I noticed was that her passion, you know what I'm saying, and her drive to want to share, you know, her experiences and what she liked with the community was stronger. And, you know, as you can see here today, she's still going strong. You know what I'm saying? And she's very unapologetic what she's passionate about. I mean, when you pull up to this woman's channel, she might be eating turkey balls. You know, she might be eating a cow penis. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? She do what she do. And she's very determined to get better at it, you know. So, I mean, that's inspiring to me. You know what I'm saying? And so, I hope that she can inspire other people and continue to do what she do. So shout out to Kwame Eats. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check her out, you know. The video of the week, we gonna go ahead and give it to Tasha K. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Tasha K, she dropped, you know what I'm saying, a few things, you know what I'm saying, last week. That was cool. I'm gonna speak on this Stevie J story that she did report on, is where I seen it at. But she had her Christmas giveaway. I seen a couple of Christmas giveaways going on, but to me, hers just seemed the most genuine. And it wasn't the most expensive or anything, you know what I'm saying? She went up into her brother's boxing gym or whatever. This brother was a single father. He was a boxer. And it was real cool, you know what I'm saying? She allowed him to kind of explain uh, some things, you know what I'm saying, as far as what he's passionate about, fatherhood. She gave the brother the opportunity to show his skills, both training, because he was kind of showing her some stuff, and also what he can do. You know what I'm saying? He had his little daughter there. She was a little shy. Tasha K, she was real cool with that. And so it was just cool. You know, it was real genuine. And a lot of times brothers just don't get that type of shine and recognition out there. So shout out to Tasha K. You know what I'm saying? It was a real cool video, y'all. So that's what I wanted to say there. You know, also people have been asking me about these throwback videos from my other channel. I'm gonna drop them, y'all. I'm gonna try to do it on like every Thursday or something, like a throwback or something like that. I just haven't really got around to it. Uh, the video with the Nigerian couple, I'm gonna drop that. Uh, yeah, so I think I covered everything on that. So yeah. But let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright. So, first, y'all, we're going to talk about the news and entertainment. You know what I'm saying? We got to go ahead and talk about that. And so, the first thing, y'all, I seen this news clip, right? It was in like Philadelphia. And in Philadelphia, they had a situation where it was a group of dudes, and they got out and they fired like 80 shots. Okay, they injured 6 people. This was up in Philadelphia, and I'm just like, man, you know, I just wanted to speak on this because, you know, so-called black men, you know, this is what the great majority of us are just doing out here, you know what I'm saying, in the community, you know what I'm saying? And it's not only just that, you know what I'm saying, it's just various things, you know what I'm saying? A great majority of us, or I will say a great majority of us, not the majority, but a great majority of us in the community, you know what I'm saying? Man, we are still doing this. Meanwhile, we got other groups, man, continuing to come onto the stage, man, and they are taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? And this shit just getting out of hand, man. Thank goodness, man, these dudes were terrible shooters. You know what I'm saying? Because they only injured six people. But man, I just wanted to speak on that real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? That dusty shit. And you know, one thing that I notice about a lot of brothers, you know what I'm saying? Even a lot of brothers in this social media circuit, you know what I'm saying? We have like this obsession with guns. You know what I'm saying? It's like this thing with guns. I'm not saying that, you know, you probably shouldn't have to carry a gun or something like that to protect yourself. I'm not saying that. But it's kind of like, for us, a lot of us as so-called black men, more or less like a badge of honor. You know what I'm saying? Not a form of some type of protection. And we always want to kind of like, some of us are out here itching to really put that to work out here, man. And just that culture, it's becoming just real dusty and gross, bro. It just really is. But I just wanted to speak on that real quick, y'all. You know, just a rant on that real quick. But let's just go ahead and move on. The next thing, y'all, I seen this news clip where up in Northeast Washington D.C. You know what I'm saying? They had they had this project, this housing project, and they had, I guess, a group of people went up in there and they put like dead chickens everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They were laying dead chickens. They were putting it in the sewage systems, and they had poison powder scattered all over the stairs and stuff like that. This is in a housing project where predominantly so-called black people stay at. You know what I'm saying? And it was still a mystery as to how it happened or whatever, but you know, I wanted to speak on that today because just like I told y'all in that Casillo video about that woman, you know, we got to look forward to a lot of this stuff like this being commonplace too with a lot of these other groups of people. You know what I'm saying? As they deal with a lot of their crisis and losing the status that they're losing, they're dealing with their number situation and stuff like that. Historically, what they typically do is they blame it on so-called black people. And what you will start to see is a lot more of these little vindictive type of things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's very dangerous, man. That dead chicken stuff, that could make a group of people sick. You know what I'm saying? And then just leaving poison everywhere in a housing projects where kids are all over the place. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy, man. But we got to be looking out for that, you know? And good thing that group community of so-called black people, you know what I'm saying, they were able to pretty much organize and get that taken care of. So I just wanted to speak on that real quick. But just moving on. You know, they got this brother Kevin Strickland. I wanted to speak on this real quick, y'all. Kevin Strickland, if y'all ain't heard, he was locked up for 43 years, you know, here in Missouri. He was convicted of a triple murder that happened in April of 1978. You know what I'm saying? He was wrongly convicted. But he has since been released. I was going to make a video about it some time ago. I actually got the video. I might release it, but he has since been released. You know what I'm saying? And in Missouri, you can't get paid, compensated for being wrongly convicted for some reason. I believe I mentioned it in the video, but he has since raised like $1 million just on the fund thing. So I kind of already knew he was going to have that coming. So he good on that front. But you know, y'all, I'm making this video because, you know, as usual, are speaking on this topic here, because, you know, as usual, y'all, they surrounded him with the same group of people, right, who left him there to rot in prison. You know what I'm saying? This whole 43 years, okay? You know, primarily these groups of people, all right? And see, what they like to do, y'all, is that's how they try to build their reputation, credit, and stock with us. By way of creating a problem, okay, and placing that problem upon us, okay, and then coming back and so-called being the people to fix the problem. And then we look at them and say, oh, y'all such heroes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, nobody else would have did that. We can't even do that for ourselves. And we got to recognize that game. You know what I'm saying? You know, at the end of the day, this man was locked up for nothing. If anything, we should be more critical of those people for that. We got to stop letting them play us like that. You know, that's how they build a good reputation with us at the expense of us losing like that. You know, this man lost his whole life, 43 years. And how they're looking at it, uh, the lesson that we're supposed to really get out of it is that they the heroes. No, man, we got to reject that, you know. But I'm glad that that brother got out and they let him out. And one thing that I liked about his whole attitude when he was out, when he first got out, when I was looking at him, he wasn't on no like tap dancing for the white folk. He didn't have that type of attitude. He was just like, you know, coming out like, shit, you know, I can't wait to get home from away from around you motherfuckers. But yeah, I just wanted to speak on that just for that reason. You know, we gotta recognize game on that. They always trying to be slick with that type shit. But you know, the next thing I wanted to speak on, y'all, a major one here, was this whole Chris Brown and this social media personality Aya Tanjali, okay? And basically, if y'all don't know, you know, she was online. I believe it was on TikTok. And Chris Brown reached out to this girl and was trying to see if she was in LA. I guess allegedly he was trying to get her to come hang out or whatever. And the problem with that is I believe this girl's only like 14 or 15. And so this particular personality though, she's like very popular. I think she's, you know, up to like almost 1 million followers or somewhere in social media. And so, you know, people were kind of asking, you know what I'm saying, after looking at her profile, which some are saying is very kind of like inappropriate and sexualized for her to be so young, people are asking like, where are the parents and stuff like that. And you know, I wanted to kind of speak on that because, you know, that is a very good question. But in my opinion, I believe that a lot of these parents, you know what I'm saying, of a lot of these young child YouTubers, I believe that they know that a lot of this stuff is going on. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that them social media checks are strong for some people. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at just going through social media, and I had also came up on like these YouTubers. I cannot think of their name, y'all. I wish I knew their name, but I can't think of it no more. I didn't look further into it, but it was two like young ladies, but they had a strong, heavy social media following. I think they had like 450,000 followers, maybe more or something like that. But they were talking about like an experience that had happened to them that, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, that shit should have been discussed with like their parents or something, like in private. It was almost like something that they probably should have kept on the wraps when they went to hold the school accountable, because it was something that happened to them in school. It was real inappropriate, you know what I'm saying? And I was just kind of like, why would they allow they kids, you know what I'm saying, to say something like this on video? But then I think about how, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these people be trying to draw these big views for these checks, you know what I'm saying? And how they allow a lot of this inappropriate stuff to kind of go down. So, you know, I think that has a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? As to why these a lot of these children are out here like that, and their parents are kind of just taking advantage of what's going on, which could be dangerous. You know, people talk about the personality DymondsFlawless, which we're gonna speak a little more about her later on in the show. But I believe personally that's one of the same situations. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of what's going on with her, there's an attempt to get some monetary gain off of it. And so I think that that's why a lot of this stuff is going down, and a lot of these children are being put in these situations. But yeah, That's why I really wanted to really hit on that, to really call out that. The next thing is this dude Stevie J. Okay. Now I told y'all that I seen Tasha K. Excuse me. She was talking about how this dude done fell off so bad. He's asking his ex-wife for spousal support. I believe that this is Faith Evans. And so he's asking her for spousal support. And so he's in a tough situation right now. Now, why am I making this or speaking on this dude? You know what I'm saying? The reason is because, one thing that a lot of men complain about, a lot of the weak, low tier men, they like to complain about Pookie, you know what I'm saying? And, how he's getting all of the women and why all the women sleeping with him and why all this and that, yada, yada, yada. One thing that men don't understand is one of the reasons why, Pookie has that advantage that he has is because, that's what he dedicates his life to. You know what I'm saying? 100%. He dedicates most of his life into that. But again, like I say, what happens is he's not really being the man for himself, so he takes also in the long run Stevie J situation. You know what I'm saying? One thing men gotta understand is this, and that's one thing I want to say about this channel. This channel is not about teaching you how to go out and get 50 women in a week. You know what I'm saying? Or be that man when you pull up, you could just pull all the women. This channel is primarily about getting quality over quantity in life. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, whatever subjects I'm hitting on. Man, being a man means quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, because that's what happens, man. You have to understand that sometimes as a man, when you're going through what you need to go through, and in my opinion should be going through, you might run into, a pussy drought doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And women do too. Difference is they can kind of get a little more attention that will still keep them distracted and things like that. But a lot of times as men, when we go into man mode, we could go on drought on a lot of things. Friends, women and things like that, man. But in the long run, it's worth it, bro. You know what I'm saying? In the long run, it's worth it. And men got to really definitely understand that, man. Like, you got to choose what you want your fate to be based on the things that you get in life, you know what I'm saying, or the things that you aim for in life. And so, yeah, man, that's why I don't trip out dudes like the Pookies and stuff like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because in the long run, man, they just not going to be the dudes winning. They're not going to be the dudes winning. And at the end of the day, the women that are going to be the options, they're not going to be checking for them dudes, bro. Because they're going to be busy doing stuff like begging for spousal support and shit like that. So that's the reason why I kind of just wanted to speak on that, man. That's a little ranty or whatever. But I wanted to speak on that. Men got to understand that. The Pookie is going to always get more pussy than you. That's just how it is. But in the long run, you're going to get the quality, and he's going to be a victim, okay, of settling for the quantity in life. So, yeah. Next thing is here, this Friday movie, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now I seen this on this brother's channel, Urban Politicians. You know what I'm saying? He's a cool channel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check him out. But he was speaking on, how Friday, people were saying that Ice Cube pretty much robbed the original Friday cast. And, Ice Cube kind of came out and he lashed out at the people saying that he didn't rip nobody off. Everybody signed the contract. Nobody forced them to do it. And, I wanted to say that because, that's always the thing with us as so-called black people, man. We have a habit in our culture of living in the moment. We live in the moment a lot, and we don't think about the future. We don't entertain things that mean future. And I think that that's the case with this situation here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes could have pretty much campaigned to get a little something extra in the long run. Depending on how successful the movie would be. A lot of them were saying that, hey, we never knew how successful the movie was going to be. But, that, like I said, we got to understand how to see in the future of things. That's the problem with us as so-called black people. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the other people who probably invested in the movie and things like that, they probably seen the future in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. That's how I got on the big screen, in my opinion. So, I just wanted to kind of say that, oftentimes when you hear these stories, it has a lot to do with the fact that when you look very closely, we didn't go about it right. You know what I'm saying? We didn't play the game right. And then we kind of turn around and blame other people like, well, you should have looked out for me because I meant right. And we got to stop that. That's silly, but that's why I wanted to go ahead and say that. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the truth of the matter. And last week I called it the real talk, but we're going to make it the truth of the matter, you know what I'm saying? But we had a situation, where Gilbert Arenas called out Kwame Brown. Now, right now, they going back and forth. I'm not gonna really get in between it. I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? They kind of, I guess, have a little history with each other. Gilbert Arenas seems to know Kwame Brown a little better than Matt Barnes did, so he's going at him. But I did want to call out something that he said because it speaks to a bigger picture of things. And I'm going to go ahead and quote a part of a response that he sent to Kwame Brown, but part of what he wrote. But in this quote, in this description, he pretty much said to Kwame Brown, Alpha wouldn't be on the internet complaining how everyone treated him and blaming people for why his career didn't go the way it should have. Alpha isn't a victim. They create victims. Now, I would say at the end of that, I would say create solutions. But I kind of get the picture of what he was saying. But y'all, that message, that is a message to the majority of black men today, in my opinion, so-called black men. One thing that I've noticed since I've been doing this YouTube thing, making these videos and stuff, is that us as black men, we do not like to be challenged, man. We're not up for the challenge. I've noticed that. We don't want to hear things like it starts with us, or maybe we need to upgrade the way we do things. We immediately switch it to one of the two things being the factor. It's either the so-called other man is the problem, or it's the woman. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those two things primarily. And add to that, we protect the people who try to justify this behavior. You know what I'm saying? We really do. And this is why there is a disgust, you know what I'm saying, especially among, so-called black men towards people who challenge that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We just don't like being challenged, man. And another thing is, black men do not like to be told that we have to earn the right to lead. We do not like these things. And it's just like, when you listen to what that Gilbert Arenas thing said, it's a direct relation, you know what I'm saying, to what's going on with us. And as to why we have a lot of the problems that we have, man, and why we are not solving our problems. Okay? Because a lot of us are not out here being top tier men, or what he said, alpha men. However you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? We're just not out here doing that. We are out here being the victim. And so in turn, man, we're not creating the solutions. All right? And so I just want to say that, because that's what you see all over the place. This is what this guy over here, Kevin Samuels, is trying to normalize. Like I spoke on the Clarence and NYC video. Sitting up complaining about the problem, what the woman is doing. You know what I'm saying? What she need to fix. You know what I'm saying? I'm the man. I'm the victim. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one you're not recognizing. I'm the one you won't fix yourself for. And things like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing top tier about that. And, from what I'm hearing right now, Gilbert Arenas is kind of rocked him with that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that so-called black men got to pay attention to it. That's one of the reasons why he's getting at him like that. Because, man, it's just not a good look, man. And, I think that we got to go about it a different way. And that's just 100%, But that's primarily what I wanted to talk about in the truth of the matter. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right with that. But yeah, let's go ahead and switch to the main deal. Let's get into this social media. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get into it. First off, the Rick Ross situation. Oh man, y'all. That short, I got some people that pulled up on the short. Some people saying he wrong for doing it. And I wanted to just go ahead and hit on that just a little bit again. Y'all, first off, Rick Ross gave them dudes 37 minutes of talk time. You know what I'm saying? 37 minutes he gave to them. You know what I'm saying? To me, he appeared to be respectful, you know what I'm saying, and receiving of the dudes. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? I still understand why he left. You know what I'm saying? A couple of things I noticed was that they were asking him some conflict of interest questions. You know what I'm saying? And also making some inappropriate statements. You know what I'm saying? For example, like when dude kept low-key calling out the dude James of Rap Snacks for not responding to him. Now Rick Ross is sitting there and obviously he's doing business with them. So why would you put him in that crossfire like that? What you want him to say? Yeah, James, get at my folks. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't a good look. And then also they kind of start asking him questions about gentrification. You know what I'm saying? How some of the music today is inappropriate. Things that he probably just can't really touch on for various reasons and different endeavors and people that he might be tied to and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that too. When I see that to add to what I said in the short, and I'll say this, I also know that Rick Ross didn't like the dude in the t-shirt low-key making, kind of making him butt in jokes, you know what I'm saying? But he was real cool about it. Like when he called him out for suggesting that people take Wingstop on the plane, you know what I'm saying? I think the dude was DCF flight. He was like, man, you can't take food on the plane. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And he just kind of came in like how he was saying it was like, come on, man. And then everybody was kind of laughing and stuff like that. So, I just didn't think that that whole situation rubbed him right 100%, man. When you think about some of these things, and just us in general, it was somebody else that made a comment on that short and pretty much said, yeah, they weren't interviewing him right. And I agree with that. Sometimes as black folks, you know what I'm saying, we have a habit of kind of trying to, we play down other successful black people, you know what I'm saying, that might come on the show and things like that. And I ain't gonna front, they did have some cool questions and stuff like that, especially the brother in the vest, like I said, you know what I'm saying? But when you look at it overall, I kind of see why he kind of just up and left. But like, yeah, at the end of the day, he gave the dudes 37 minutes. I mean, and he was there that whole time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that, I don't knock it at all. But let's move on, y'all. The next thing in social media, we want to talk about Tasha K and Tony Gaskins. She had him on her show, and she had the name of the show Addressing the Manosphere. You know what I'm saying? And so, I think that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? She had a man on to kind of give his take on what he thought of the manosphere. And, just speaking on the show, what I didn't agree with, you know what I'm saying? I agree with some of the stuff he was saying, but one thing that I didn't agree with was when he was saying that, some women, some men say that they are single, or because a lot of women follow the men because they are single and they're hoping to be in relationships with them and things like that. I believe that to a certain extent, but then I don't really agree with it 100% because women are just the bigger consumers of information just in general. You know what I'm saying? When you look at, just online and information and things like that, women are more willing to pull up to find out what the talk is about. You know what I'm saying? Women are more willing to pull up to listen to more diverse types of information as well. You know what I'm saying? Just even when you look at my channel, a lot of what I talk about in my channel is about what the man need to do to get right. You know what I'm saying? It really is, but it's not coming from the angle of, I'm just mostly blaming women, or I'm not talking about sports and things like that, but it's primarily more information based. And women are oftentimes a little more attracted to that. What they might do with the information, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that I believe that that's one of the reasons why women tend to show up in information that's driven, that's more information just driven, and so I say that. But one thing that I did agree with that he spoke on was his breakdown of what he believed these dudes over there at the Manosphere is on. Okay? And, just like he said, that's why it's very important that, there is a different, there are, well, I'm saying this based on what he said. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's important that we do have differences of information out here. You know what I'm saying? But I think that that was a good look. You know, to be real with y'all, I was going to give Tasha K the video of the week either way. It was either going to be this video or the giveaway video, because I think that it's important that this is addressed. You know what I'm saying? These dudes out here is, you know, continuing to share, you know, this nonsense. And it's not helping nobody. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't. And if you really look at it, it's making the game a lot more dangerous. You know, a lot of these dudes don't believe that, but it is. I mean, when you got dudes like the last attorney over there defending the dude Ray J Black and stuff like that, making this a game of, well, if y'all don't like that, don't provoke good men. I mean, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? All right, it just is, you know. So I really like his assessment and his breakdown of what he thought about that, y'all. So that's why I wanted to kind of hit on that. But I had a guy, just moving on, y'all. You know, I had a guy that pulled up to that Kevin Samuels video and say that he did not see how Kevin Samuels got exposed. You know, no disrespect to anybody with glasses, but I found that kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Considering that this brother was wearing glasses. But listen, man, all I can say is the reason why you didn't get it, man, is that you're just a reflection of the growing number of men who are just simply not winning in dating. Okay? All right? In my opinion, you have to be at the top of your game or have a serious aspiration to be in such a position, right? To see such nonsense. Okay? That's the only way you're gonna be able to see it. See, a lot of you dudes out here, a lot of you weak, low tier, high value dudes out there, y'all still have this belief that Kevin Samuels being seen in the room with these women and things like that, or Kevin Samuels continuing to bombard these women about statistics and stuff, is gonna make these women submit to the community of men. You dudes are delusional, okay? I had some other dude, I think, pulled up to that thing pretty much saying as well that, speaking from the perspective, so basically in 30 years, these women are not gonna be with a good man. And it's like, bro, okay, while you worried about those women in their 30-year process or whatever, moving on to not having a man because of whatever, bro, what about you? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know, that's just what it is. Most of you dudes are simply just not in the vantage point to understand these types of things. That's why I say it's 300 over here. You know what I'm saying? People pull up to this channel, and should they take the information, that's a good sign that they're trying to be great and top tier, okay? And top tier men know this, and the women you want so bad know it, okay? So, you know, keep it strong, my brother. But moving on. Let's get to this Ken W interview, y'all. Let's get to the Ken W interview. So, he went on the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to flash the show across the screen because I don't even know what it is, y'all. But he went on the show. And, y'all, to be real with y'all, it's the best material he has done. You know what I'm saying? Since he's been out. You know what I'm saying? Since his first day out, this is the best material he's done, in my opinion. He kind of like spoke on some of their history, how they got started with social media. You know what I'm saying? He spoke on like their creative process, how the process went. So he pretty much made a statement without making the direct statement that, look, you know what I'm saying, I was definitely a part of what was going on. You know what I'm saying? At every level. And so I know that I said previously before that they might not be business partners. I said this in the beginning, but kind of like what he was speaking on in that interview, it kind of sounded like they were kind of still, you know, doing business, at least in some aspect. You know what I'm saying? As far as maybe what's still going on with their partnership endeavors and things like that. So it seemed like that they are still doing that. He did mention that they are still talking. You know what I'm saying? Just how he was talking, yeah, I wonder if they exchanged gifts of any kind. You know what I'm saying? That's just me just thinking on another end, but I wonder if they did. You know, if y'all wonder if they did, go ahead and hit that like button. Let them know. You know what I'm saying? Let them know. But he did say that they are still kind of cool or whatever. He said that he did miss the family. Okay, so he has not really seen their family at all or talked to them. Now they did ask him things like, you know, what actually happened that separated you two. And, you know, I had to think about it a little bit, but I did think that it was cool that he kind of kept the pact and was like, you know, I'm not going to speak on anything that would provoke people to look at one or the other in a different light without having both people around. You know what I'm saying? And so I like how he did he had a way of keeping it positive. You know what I'm saying? Even when he kind of spoke on some of the negative, you know what I'm saying, of the bad, of what comes along with the good of things. So I thought it was cool. You know, they did speak on things like, you know, stealing ideas. Okay, one of the board guys in the room mentioned people using Ken's face on thumbnails or something like that. And I wanted to speak on that, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent, because look, you know, at the end of the day, people like Ken, you know, when it comes to social media and things, like, that's where he wins at, when people are talking about him. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. You know, that's what this is about. You know, when dudes make statements like that, in my opinion, they are sliding because they are not in traffic like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if they were in traffic like that, to me, they wouldn't be kind of speaking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it seemed like they try to bring it to his attention to get him to respond on it, and he was real good about his response. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, that's kind of like how he responded on it. Even when they were kind of like asking him about like how content creators were taking concepts and ideas, he was just like, you know, yeah, it kind of is what it is. And, you know, with me, I'm just kind of like, you know, if it's kind of like a concept, you know, then all right, cool. You know, that's, for example, like, if somebody do a thing where they go to the mall and they wanted to ask people questions, okay, there's nothing wrong with somebody else saying, okay, well, I'm going to go to the mall and ask people questions. But if you go to the mall and you ask them the same questions that other creator pretty much created and asked, that's to me is where, you know what I'm saying, you're kind of violating. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's I guess there's a gray area in some areas when it comes to that, but very few. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that he was real good about how he answered the questions. And, you know, I seen his Instagram. You know, it's like, man, maybe you follow his Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it looked like he was getting down on his Instagram. The brother brought in the New Year's with class. Seemed like he was in some good company. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying? You know, I can't really say if they was dimes or not. Y'all know how I get down, but I can definitely tell you that they got at least 2. You know what I'm saying? Only Ken know what the other points is like, but you know, it looked like he was in good company. Brother was doing it real classy out there. And so, yeah, I just think it was good. But just speaking on Ken, just a little more in depth. Y'all know Ken did speak on this whole health and mental thing. You know what I'm saying? He did speak on this thing. Now I know that he did say that it is men and mental. But you know, y'all, it looks like Ken is accurate when he speaks on how social media could be affecting some people. You know, I wanted to speak on this whole DymondsFlawless thing real quick here, because y'all, it kind of backs up what I was speaking about in that video that I made about behavioral health. Okay? And when you look at people like DymondsFlawless, you know, it's just clear that a lot of what I was saying resonates. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as I told you on that one video, if you don't have the right community and people around you, you know what I'm saying, it will just be a revolving door with the mental health and stuff like that. Now, if y'all look at her videos, she's talking about how she has been before, she's dealt with behavioral health providers before. And you know what I'm saying? We still got a situation where obviously, you know what I'm saying, she still might be going through something. You know what I'm saying? I even had a few other people check it out. You know, the Knitting Bohemian had a look at it. You know what I'm saying? And she said to her, it seemed like this woman seems to be going through something. You know, and obviously she's in a good position to get the best help. You know, she has got some help. And look what's going on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying. Like, when they be trying to say all this stuff in this media telling us go see it, it's all about money. You know what I'm saying? It's all about money, and it's all about them trying to maintain some type of control. You know what I'm saying? It's not to help us out here. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, this woman even been on Dr. Phil. You did? But seeing as her dad, you know what I'm saying, is jumping around in dresses, calling himself a queen and stuff like that, all this crazy stuff for YouTube checks, I'm going to say that she don't have that community. And that's a direct reason why, you know what I'm saying, she could be dealing with a lot of these issues, you know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, y'all. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, y'all. We're going to go ahead and end the weekend review here. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all pulling up. Go ahead and hit that like button. For sure, y'all. Go ahead and get them likes up. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all want the folks to keep dropping these? go ahead and hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Definitely hit that sub button and that bell, because I'm going to drop something that you're going to like. Alright? Yeah, this your folks, Shaka the Urban Philosopher. I am out. It's 300.